Tonight, the answer looks like yes, for an extraordinary public hearing to happen next week, with a lifetime Supreme Court appointment on the line. Dr. Christine Blasey Ford's lawyers informed the Senate Judiciary Committee today that she has accepted an invitation to provide what they called firsthand knowledge of Brett Kavanaugh's sexual misconduct. But the time, place, and details are still in dispute. A senior White House official reacted, "This seems like another delay tactic." Tense negotiations remain underway to determine specifics, including whether Ford or Kavanaugh testifies first about her claim that when they were teens in the 1980s at a party with underage drinking, Kavanaugh groped her and tried to remove her clothes. Kavanaugh categorically denies that allegation. Today, the judge was spotted leaving his Maryland home and has said he will go back to Capitol Hill to defend his integrity. At a conservative conference today, the vice president said Kavanaugh will be confirmed.
The president and I are confident that Senate Republicans will manage this confirmation properly with the utmost respect for all concerned.
The president expressed similar enthusiasm last night in Missouri.
He was born for the U.S. Supreme Court. He was born for it. And it's going to happen.
And Ford's lawyers said in their letter to the committee that they are disappointed in the leaks and the bullying. The White House also tells me that they are frustrated by the process, saying delays are unfair to the nominee who wants to clear his name and testify. Tonight, the president is in campaign mode, hosting a fundraiser at his Bedminster home for the Republican Governors Association.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.